Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Ibukun and I make videos about finances based off of my own experience and the experiences of other people around me. And I do a lot of research and I follow a lot of people that talk about money and how to build wealth and reduce debt. So I just come on here once or twice a week, and I'm active on my Instagram as well. You should follow me there. And I have a couple of other videos because my channel is pretty new, so consider supporting me. Actually support me by clicking somewhere here to subscribe and watch some of my other videos. So with that being said, you are now part of us. You are officially joined the Cool Kids gang. Today I wanted to talk about the dumb purchases that I made in the past. You guys, sometimes I sit down and I'm like, wow, I really made those mistakes. And I guess it helps me to not make those mistakes again. And secondly, it helps me to put myself in other people's shoes. So I'm more compassionate when I see people make money mistakes, and it's even more painful. And that's why I'm so passionate about things like this, because believe whatever you want, money will be and is a very important part of our lives. And your finances sometimes will either stop you from being able to do some things or make you able to do some things. Honestly, most of the things that we like to do for fun and things like that include spending some amount of money, and you can only do that if you have enough money. Not, you don't have to be a millionaire to live a good life, but you do have to be stable financially to have overall, well-being. So the first mistake that I made was loaning people money. So since when I was young, I did a lot of businesses, and somehow I just always had enough money to because I really am very low maintenance. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, but I really require little things to live life. So I usually almost always have money to that I'm saving, right? And when someone comes to me, because again, I'm compassionate, I would like to say that, and I used to think, oh, I'm not using that money anyways, and I can give it to you and you can meet this person need and you give me back the money. Guess what? People have showed me that they are, honestly, you need to really be careful out there, because I've given people money. When they're getting the money from you, they're like dogs. They're very quiet, they're very please, and once it's time to get your money back, you start hearing comments like, what is it? It's just $500. Oh, just by the time they're giving you the money, they're literally throwing it back at you. So, and people have lost friendships and just family issues because of money. So you don't want to be that person. I'm not saying don't help people when they need it, but one thing that my sister shared with me was, unless you're able to part with the money, don't lend people. And I'm like, I'm not willing to part with anything. So basically, I'm not giving anybody my money. What do you mean willing to part with it? But the truth is, if you think about it, my sister is right, because for them to, ask you for that money, it means that they need it and they don't have it. So it's likely that one, either they genuinely don't have it back, or two, they're careless with money. So whether it's your money, they're going to just squander it anyway, or they're still in the same financial situation that made them come to you for help in the first place. The second stupid purchase, or not so smart purchase, that I made was my first car. So I was out of school very early, really early. I graduated college at 18 or something ridiculous. So I was young. I just finished my NYSC, which is a year where every graduate has to serve the government, and I got a job at a bank. I was getting paid. The money was not a lot at all, but I was living with my sister. I have a lot of sisters who used to spoil me. They don't spoil me anymore because now I'm grown, but they used to spoil me and they used to give me money and things like that. So I was just like, I need to buy a car. So instead of doing my research, I didn't know anything. I just wanted a car just because. Meanwhile, I had my sister's car that I could use. She had an official car and a personal car, and she would let me use her car, but I was like, independent. That's when I just caught that independent bug, and I was like, I want to be independent. You know, I don't want my sister calling me like, where are you, I need my car. So I was like, yeah, I'll buy my car. And I didn't do any research. I just spoke to someone in my office and I was like, can you follow me to go look at cars? And then they went with me, and the first car that I saw within my budget, I went back to my sister and I was like, I found a car that I want to buy. This is how much I have. How much are you going to give me? And then I bought the car. That car, oh God, gave me so many issues. Like, I don't know if you know a lot about cars. I don't know a lot. Clearly, I didn't know a lot, but it would always overheat. So it would sometimes stop in traffic. It was just bad, you guys, bad. Apparently, it was one of those cars that had been in accidents and then they shipped to Nigeria, and then I bought. It was so faulty. So I ended up using all my money to fix that car before I eventually just sold it and went back to my sister's car, which was my starting point. I should have just stayed there, saved my money, saved my sister's money, and just respected myself. But no, talk about big girl gone bad. Like, that transaction just was horrible. The third dumb purchase will be, wait for it, my master's degree. Yes, I said it. And this is, I've said it in multiple videos. If you know the owner of Halt, let them know that I need my money back. I want my money back, because honestly, in my case, for what I do, I didn't need a master's degree. I fell into that. I want to look intelligent. I know book. I like book. Let me go and read book. You know, there was no reason to do a master's degree, period. I don't want to talk too much about it, because every time I talk about it, I get really passionate and really upset. I had no business in a business school. I had zero business spending all of that money just to get a degree that would be in my closet. I haven't even used that degree ever, and I can't even speak. I'm so upset. But yeah, that would be my third dumb purchase. So that's why I always say, before you go back to school, before you fall into the same trap, make sure you do your research. Make sure that you need to go to school again and you need to get that degree, especially if you're paying, if you're getting student loans. You need to really consider it, because I can't even imagine paying student loans. I'm not paying student loans on this like master's degree, and I'm already this upset. Imagine if I won't even pay it back. I'm in my house. Come and collect your degree back. The first dumb purchase will be expensive going out clothes. So dresses. I used to like the idea of, you know, you're dressed glamorously, glitters, slits in the front, but that's in my head. Like, is in my head. That fashionista is in my head. In real life, this is me. Steal my sister's dress and get a wig that is not so expensive. Wait, I'm actually, in reality, I'm a simple, I'm not a fashionista. As long as I have warm and comfortable clothing, I'm fine. So, but I fell into that trap. I'll go to Nordstrom, I'll go to Dillard's, and I'll get all these expensive dresses. They are somewhere in a vacuum bag in my closet right now. I don't even have them hung or anything. So let me know if you're a size 8 or 10 and you need going out dresses. I'm talking about long formal going out dresses. And then I don't even go anywhere. Who knows me? Who do I know? Who is inviting me anywhere? The fifth and final thing that I spent money on that I regret will be human hair. So not anymore though. The first two, I think my cousin bought for me from the UK, and it was so expensive. I'm talking like 400 pounds. That was when the rave was still on, like human hair, human hair. I didn't want to fall into it, but my friend, I don't want to call her name, my best friend, she was like, oh, she's a fashionista, so she was like, oh, you know, just buy one. Once you buy one, you don't have to buy synthetic hair anymore, and then everything will be okay. First of all, that hair, I'm not even kidding, it's still somewhere in a suitcase, packed. I'm talking about 8 years, because I tell myself, first of all, where am I going? To be sincere. Second of all, I don't like hair touching me. That hair was ridiculously long, because then the length of your weave is how much of a babe you are. If you know, you know. Like this one is just like plain. You see people with like long, full, thick weaves. So this hair, first of all, is too long. I'm not able to make any use of it, and I just have it just there. So I guess all of this is just to show that you really need to sit down and ask yourself before like jumping on a bandwagon or just making purchases that are actually like buying things that are actually expensive, to be like, will I use it? Do I need it, or do I want it? You know, and hold off for some time and see if the need comes up, and then you can go buy it and make sure that you're using it. So in my case, it would have made sense if I waited to have an event, then go buy the going out dresses. You see what I'm saying? Or waited till I needed to make my hair to then, you know, to have an event that will call for that kind of glam, and then go buy it. But honestly, there is nothing in my life that calls for like glamorous dresses, glamorous. I don't know, I'm not that kind of person. So I hope that you've learned a thing or two, or even if you haven't learned anything, you've just smiled, because I'm coming to you with my high cheekbone and shiny forehead and uneven eyebrow. What's not to be happy about, eh? All right, let's stop all of that. All right, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope that you subscribe. Don't forget to like and share. Follow me on Instagram at 10-Minute Financial Guide, and send me an email if you have any questions, or DM me if you want any of those items that I just talked about, going out dresses, the hair. I can send you pictures if you want. Let me know, but you pay for shipping. That's the only thing. I'm not paying for shipping, so let me know, DM me. I hope that you have a good week and a good day and a good life, and I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye.